Are you ready to hire an associate to share the joy of full contact arts and craft in your dental office? My name is Dr. Paul Goodman. I'm the founder of Dentist Job Connect and also the founder of Dental Nachos. We have created the Hire Associate Package just for you. This is an amazing and affordable opportunity to get attention on your associate position. It's perfect for people hiring their first associate and also their 10th associate. The way it works, it's a 90-day program which gives you an awesome opportunity. Are you ready to hire an associate to share the joy of full contact arts and craft in your dental office? My name is Dr. Paul Goodman. I'm the founder of Dentist Job Connect and also the founder of Dental Nachos. We have created the Hire Associate Package just for you. This is an amazing and affordable opportunity to get attention on your associate position. It's perfect for people hiring their first associate and also their 10th associate. The way it works, it's a 90-day program which gives you an awesome opportunity of success. We share your position through all of our platforms: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, our email list, our text list, all to find you an associate to help you survive and thrive. Do those hygiene checks, someone that you can mentor, and simply have more fun in your dental office. To learn more about this program, just text HIRE to 215-543-6454. Text HIRE to 215-543-6454 or email jobconnect@dentalnachos.com. A member of our friendly Dentist Job Connect team will run you through the whole program, how it works, and how you can get started. A member of our Dentist Job Connect program, the Hire Associate program, and looking to enhance your success. There are 3 to 4 ways you can do this to improve the success of finding that associate to share the joy of full contact arts and crafts, which is dentistry. Number 1, we will post your job with 2 to 3 awesome features of what's going to happen in your dental office. Share with our Dentist Job Connect team 2 to 3 awesome things about your position, and we will make a post on one of our social media platforms to showcase that. Number 2, on Matchmaking Monday on our Dental Nachos and Dentist Job Connect Facebook group, we list all of the open positions. So please make sure to look for that post and in the comments, share the link to apply to your job. Number 3 is one that all of our moms told us back in the day. Just be yourself. Go out into the Dental Nachos Facebook community, the Dentist Job Connect Facebook community, our Instagram platforms, and share more about you. Why you became a dentist, what do you like about your dental office? Sometimes just things as simple as your favorite TV show. This will make you appear like the friendly member of our community that you are. And when dentists are looking to find a position, they say, oh yeah, that's someone who posts on the group. So to learn more about this and to get help from us, just text HIRE to 215-543-6454. You can email jobconnect@dentalnachos.com as well. My goal is to bond the dental community together. We all need better places to work. We all need helpful associates, just like in my office, to check hygiene patients, to share in the overflow work, to do work when we get to go on vacation. So you cannot do any of that without an associate. So that's why we've created the Hire Associate program just for you to enhance your success, decrease stress, and reduce the number of times you feel like crying inside a day. So welcome to our WTF, Why These Fail Associateships Prevention Program. My name is Paul Dr. Nacho Goodman, founder of Dental Nachos and Dentist Job Connect, and so excited to share with you a checklist for success. This is a perfect program for you if you're looking for a job now or in the next few years. If you're looking to hire an associate now or in the next few years. So sit back and enjoy. If you're watching here with us live, please feel free to ask your questions in the chat. If you're watching on demand, the recording, you can reach out to us by texting WTF to 215-543-6454. So stress reduction, reducing crying inside, is a huge part of what I strive to do for myself, my dental office, the people on my team, and other dentists. We have 2 awesome resources, key resources and sponsors, Dental Nachos. The awesome Stephen Quintero can start his video when he is ready, and we can share what he does in this space, what company he works with that helps decrease stress, reduce crying inside. So Stephen, you work with Abella, awesome name, I like it. Tell us just in a quick blurb, if somebody's watching just for 20 seconds, what does Abella do to help dentists?
It helps you collect more money faster, the money you're owed by getting that patient AR, that little bit hanging off after insurance, and you get your payments via text or email, not licking an envelope or making a phone call. That's simple.
An awesome topping. We use it in our office. I call it like a magic money getting thing. So Stephen, we're dentists watching in live and also on demand of all ages and stages. And I grew up in my dad's dental practice. So I saw the ledgers and the envelopes and the I'll pay you later. So the text message, we all have our best friend on us at all times, our phones. How does this work, Abella? Somebody comes in, let's say they pay $600, but they're really supposed to pay $700. There's $100 hanging out there. How can offices use Abella to help?
So you'll have your entire patient ledger. It plugs directly into your current dental software. We operate with 90% for a direct integration. So you just press one button, bash the patients, whitelist the ones that you don't want a message sent to, and you press the button. Paul, we're done. That's it.
And what you do really is too good, and it helps in so many ways. It helps with your morale because when you handcraft full contact arts and crafts and people don't pay, you want to cry inside. It helps with your money because that is fairly important. They don't talk about it in dental school. Charge a lot to go to dental school. Don't talk about money, but money is an important part. So Stephen, if someone's watching in, I made a handcrafted sign for us. They can text into the Nacho team, text Abella to 215-543-6454, and we'll share how they can connect with you as an awesome sponsor. But if they're just watching, how could they connect with you directly or the company to learn more?
If you want to email info@abellaar.com, we can get you over information as far as sign up, or we can do a demo with you. I'll also place some links in the Facebook group for Dental Nachos, and you can see what other deals we might be having right now.
Awesome. Well, you've helped us smile more with Abella. Really appreciate it. Have a great day. Awesome. So Stephen is an awesome resource, awesome friend, awesome sponsor. Highly recommend you text in Abella to 215-543-6454. This will make your office manager happier. This will make you happier and make everyone in the office happier. So my next key resource and sponsor is equally as awesome. I got to see them just recently in person. So Christina, you can start your video whenever you are ready. We have Christina from our Get V Wire team. Love the name, love Gary V. I know as you guys do too. So Christina, so many things happen in a dental office: clinical, practice management, business, people arguing. What does Get V Wire do to reduce stress for dentists?
Yes, so we're a concierge front office and billing support team. Our goal is to free up time in the office so you can focus more on patient care. We also have membership plans now that serve a wide variety of support for your team as well.
I love that. So, I mean, I was actually at this insane party for 3-year-olds last week. Totally true. 3 to 7-year-olds. It was one of the craziest parties I've ever been at, adults or kids. I wish I could have called in more parents to help us manage these kids. So these front desk team members that are overwhelmed, stressed, what does Get V Wire do? Do you guys bill insurance for them? What are some of the things that they can outsource? How can they delegate some of their annoyance to you?
Yeah, they can outsource your eligibility billing, and we also offer training. We can help train your new hires, your team members, and guide them through treatment planning, all of that stuff.
Awesome. I love that. And that's what we need more of this time. It's always nacho nuts to be a dentist, but it's particularly nacho nuts during this pandemic-y time. I don't know if it's over, when it's going to be over, but we have had team members that can't come back to work for great reasons. Team members can't come back to work for sometimes poignant reasons, but we need help. You say, I know my team has created this text code. They can text WIRE to 215-543-6454
Awesome.
to get connected with you guys as a sponsor. But how could they reach out to you directly?
They can go to getvwire.com and check out our membership plans. Also, schedule a free demo.
Nice. I like just do the demo. You guys have those great
Yes,
shirts.
just do the demo.
I mean, us dentists, our training is not one that makes us open-minded, but just by doing demos once a week, you, your office manager, there's so many amazing resources from online scheduling to insurance to technology that, I mean, just what Stephen talked about, getting more money. So I encourage you all to do that. Well, thanks, Christina, so much for being a part of it.
Thank you for having me.
Love having you as a sponsor, friend, and we'll see you again soon in person.
Okay, thank you.
So one of my favorite things to say as the key to success in life is me, not me, Paul Goodman, but managing expectations. So if you're watching here live, I would love if you had questions, you can share them in the chat. My team can let me know to answer them. If you're watching on demand, you think that's a really good question, you can reach out to the Dr. Nacho team, me at any time by texting in to 215-543-6454. Sometimes one of the worst things that happens to you is one of the best things that happens to someone else. It was mid-pandemic and Morgan came up to my wife and I were sitting on the couch and said, "Hey guys, I need to tell you something." So never once in the history of I need to tell you something has there been something awesome on the other end of that sentence. It's never once been, "Hey Paul, I need to tell you how funny you are and handsome you are. I just want to let you know." So before I tell you what Morgan said, I want to share with you who is Morgan and why is she so important to us. Morgan saved our family during the pandemic by coming to help us with our two small humans, our two children, during one of the craziest, most stressful times during my existence. We're homeschooling our 6-year-old on Little House on the Kitchen Table Prairie with my amazing wife, kindergarten teacher. I'm getting up each day, removing our 2-year-old from the home to help her to prevent meltdowns for all of us. So when Morgan came and became our regular babysitter, to call her a babysitter is not even the right word, a regular caretaker of our most important possessions, most important people in our life. When she came and said, "Hey guys, I need to tell you something," Morgan said, "I've lived in Philadelphia my whole life. I just graduated college and I want to go to San Diego and see what happens there, maybe meet some new people." And I said, "Oh, Morgan, that's a great idea, but San Diego is closed. You have to stay with us here forever." So she didn't think that was a very funny joke. I did, but she said, gave us some notice before she left, but we needed to find a new Morgan. We had created a life through being parents, homeschooling during the pandemic. Now people are back in school, which is great. All the things we need to do, running Dental Nachos, being a dentist. So what did my awesome wife, Mary, do? How did she look to find a new Morgan? And it is the ways you would think. Go on Facebook groups, mom groups, walk around in the city and just kind of be weird and maybe walk up to parents and be like, "You have small kids. Do you know any babysitters?" Or use one of those platforms like care.com. Care.com is an opportunity to list your position and connect with awesome potential babysitters. And that's what we've created at Dentist Job Connect. So my goal in life is to help solve one of the biggest problems we have facing our industry right now. How can awesome associates connect with amazing practice owners? How can we help you find your Morgan for the first time, the second time, if your Morgan moves across the country? Because back to my dental practice, one of my awesome associates followed his wife to San Francisco, who was a medical resident, and we needed to replace him in the office. And I used my own invention, Dentist Job Connect, to do that, and we have an awesome associate doing that. So please feel free at any time to ask us any questions about what we do, whether it's through text, email, phone, or in the chat here. So what is Dental Nachos? A lot of people ask, so I'll give you just a quick background. Dental Nachos I created as a Mr. Rogers neighborhood for dentists because the dental student Hunger Games make us compete instead of collaborate. We watched quite a few movies during the pandemic, and one of my favorite ones was Raya, Araya, and the Last Dragon. The concept of Kumandra, where everyone can get along, everyone can create a world where we work together, where successful people like my friend Dr. Tarek, the founder of Kumandra Doctors, just an amazing dentist, someone who's also one of our success stories from the Dentist Job Connect program. He is an associate working with him right now that he found through our program, but successful people do look to lift each other up. So I know my dentist people, you like to talk about your dreams coming true. My original dream was to play in the NBA. That did not come true. That was me shooting a 3-point shot in high school. I was, fun fact, a good 3-point shooter, made 43 threes my junior year in high school. Not like I remember the exact total or anything like that. But what I would like to do for you today is assist you, pass the ball to someone, and they can score and win. One of my favorite players growing up was Maurice Cheeks, point guard for the Philadelphia 76ers. And he was a superstar in his own right, but what he really did was make the superstars around him better. Moses Malone, Julius Erving, they won a championship. So how can I be part of helping you win a dental championship, whatever that looks like for you? In our checklist for success, we're gonna talk about that. You make your goals your goals. Don't let anyone judge you. If you want a want-based associate that work 2 days a week, and even if you make less money, but you're happier, awesome. If you have a needs-based associate because your associate's going to Perio, another story from me. One of the tips from the checklist for success for this is Determine immediately if you have a wants-based or a needs-based associate. A wants-based is a car, needs-based is a boat. They both can work out, but if you hire a boat associate and you expect to make more money, you may frustrate you and the associate. So please, as we go along, keep track of the checklist for success for us. So are you a dentist? Do you work with dentists? Have you thought about EBA today? Are you married to a dentist like my wife? Our thoughts are with you. So if you're watching it, you can raise your hand and say this. Here's what I would like you to do more of, because that means you're a dentist and human. So I'd like you to raise one hand like I am, and raise the other hand and give yourself a selfie high five. I take quite a few selfies, very on brand for me, but do we celebrate our own accomplishments? Do we make ourselves feel better? So sometimes in your dental office, you do this great work, and I don't know how to say this, no one cares. The patient doesn't thank you. They want to get out of the office. So you might have to say, hey, I'll give myself a selfie high five. Maybe you're working as part of a team, remotely or in person, and you do some great thing you make a spreadsheet of inside of your spreadsheet. One of my team members like that. And you send your spreadsheet out through Slack and people barely care. Just give yourself a selfie high five. I think the world will go better if we do that. So why do we need Dentist Job Connect, and why do we need this webinar? It's because the lectures about finding a job after school are non-existent, which is insane. Dental schools charge $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. They help you create this career, and they don't help you figure out what to do next, how to take care of this career. Many of them have massive student loans. That's my awesome daughter there. And sometimes this is a dentist. That's a dentist's face. I am not so sure about this. I think it's going to turn out bad. So how can you find a win-win scenario for you? We're going to give you actionable tips to help you with that. I talk about the story being the star of life, not the dentist, not the patient, not the team, the story. So this is my brother and I. He's a practice owner with me. He really gets a ton of credit for running our dental practices, managing those circuses. So when our associate, remember my motto, sometimes the best thing that happens to someone else, kind of one of the worst things for you. Sometimes something really awesome for your friend, annoying for you. Sometimes something amazing for your team member makes you want to cry inside, because when this associate was going to move across the country, we need to find a new associate to replace him. And we found the amazing Dr. Alicia. So there she is there, one of her first days working with us. So these are the stories we want to create for you, for your team, for everyone. Maybe it's your spouse saying, you don't have to work 5.5 days a week. Is there anyone in the chat who thinks, hey, it's okay if I make less money, I just don't know how to find someone to help me? So how to hire your right associate to double whatever you want to do, to treatment plan your success. But when I ask you this, are we doubling your profit, your sanity, or your happiness? Maybe all, maybe some, but think which one is most important to you. And when you reach out to our Dentist Job Connect team or anyone to help, there's free platforms that you can advertise on. There's high-level headhunters. What Dentist Job Connect is doing is trying to be part of the solution. When we needed a babysitter, we didn't just say care.com or nothing. We did care.com. We did ask people in the park, walk up to them. We did Facebook mom groups. So use all the resources out there. But think, it would be great to lead with on an associate interview. The reason why I'm hiring an associate, the reason why I want to add another dentist to our team is because it's been insane. I have 3 hygienists. I have too many emergencies. And that's my reason, sanity. Your reason may be happiness. If your reason's profit, one of my checklists for success is when you hire an associate for the first time, just like when you buy a CBCT, just like when you buy a scanner, it's going to be a cost. It's going to take some time to recoup that cost. It may be totally worth it as you build, but if you expect to hire an associate for the first time and make more money, I'm not here to be the bearer of annoying news, but the news is you'll make less money initially. It may be the right growth for you long-term, but if you're making $378,000 a year and your life, you need $378,000 a year, you hire an associate and you make $290,000 a year, you have to make sure that's the right fit for you and your family. So my number one tip, checklist for success, is this a car or a boat position? Is this a car or a boat position? Know your why. The other is make sure that you create the treatment plan for you with the help of your advisors. So the Philadelphia Eagles, they did win a Super Bowl recently. They're on the way to hopefully getting into the playoffs this year. When they do their game plan, they don't just talk to only the running back. You've got the running back, the quarterback, the offensive line, the defensive line. So who's that on your team? That is your dental-focused accountant, your dental-focused attorney, your consultant, your spouse. You talk with your entire team, could be a key person in your office, like the office manager, could be a hygienist. So what is one thing I could do to make you happier or less annoyed? My also Nacho team, if you do see a question, you can feel free. You don't have to put your video on, but just stop me because it's hard for me to see them from this far away. So what is one of the biggest challenges facing dentistry? So I talk about JBR, just be real. JBN is how we should communicate online and in person. We should be kind, we should be supportive. But the reality of what's happening to our industry right now, the biggest problem, in my nacho opinion, is that insurance companies are paying us less for procedures that cost us more to do. So let that sink in. Maybe you're watching as one of my nacho team members. Maybe you're watching as my spouse. Maybe you're watching as a friend. Imagine if someone walked into your house and said, hey, I'm going to love you 16% less next year. And when you got angry at them, say, hey, it's still love. And that's true. But who wants to be paid less? Imagine if they said, you're doing a really good job at this job here, but we're going to have to pay you 12% less. And sometimes it's more than 12%. So if you are a dentisting human, dentist, team member, know a dentist, married to a dentist, one of the biggest problems is dental insurances are paying dentists less. So I have an interview here with the Wicked Witch of dental insurance because I thought there must be a reason and they must care. So why are dental insurances paying us less? Let's ask the Wicked Witch. Oh no, it's the Wicked Witch of dental insurance.
I'm going to reduce all of your fees.
But it costs more to run a practice.
I don't care.
So that is their answer. They don't seem to care. There's notifications going out now, some in my state that are reducing fees for dentists and saying, hey, just let you know now, of course, you don't have to participate. We are becoming more of an, I've seen this term used by people. One of them was our key resource and sponsor, does a membership club series. One is Bill Blatchford, who's spoken for us, an unrestricted provider. I'm looking to be more of an unrestricted provider. That comes with its challenges. Fee for service, non-insurance dependent dentistry comes with its own challenges. So my goal is to help you with these dashes between the four major decisions: finding your first job, buying your first practice, hiring your first associate, and selling your only practice most of the time. What happens between those stages for you to be successful and not too stressed? So it's 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning and 70 New Jersey State police officers were staring at me. They all needed dental exams. Why was I in a position to do dental exams on 70 New Jersey State police officers? Well, the New Jersey State Police have an amazingly brilliant system to get the best effort, efficiency, and execution for what they do. This is my awesome daughter when she was younger. I want to just share how much I care about dentists and teaching because we were at my workspace 3 or 4 years ago. I turned around, she was doing this. I don't know what she was doing, getting up or getting down. Lucky she had a helmet on, because before I helped her down, I took a picture because I said, I know this will be a good slide, a good thing to share with dentists. So the New Jersey State Police were running people through their dental exams, their physical exams, psychological exams, checking backgrounds. And they were sending them to boot camp for 8 to 12 weeks. And too many of their recruits were dropping out of boot camp because they didn't like how it felt. It wasn't for them. And it was hard for them to fill those spots. So what they do now is get more recruits than they need. And before they send them to boot camp, they do a practice weekend boot camp where they send you for a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they say, this is boot camp. They run you through the drills. Do you want to continue on? And every time, I'm sure a few don't, and they can politely remove themselves. That is an amazing system. Everything that matters needs a system, and everything matters. So one of the things I will share with you, the power of SIAT, I just did it for you. Story, impact, actionable tip. Story, impact, actionable tip. I was staring at 70 New Jersey State police officers. Now you're interested. The impact, they created a system for their recruits to go to a practice boot camp. Actionable tip, run a practice boot camp for your associates. Now, do not run a working interview. I'm not a fan of working interviews. Randomly doing a root canal on a stranger with materials you've never used, an assistant you never met, not a fan. An observational practice boot camp, a time where a dentist can come into your office without any expectations and say, hey, this is how our office runs. These are the awesome parts. These are the challenging parts. This is an in-game reality. Prep your team, let them ask questions, see how much time it takes for procedures, and just them being in your office. I tell you, have them wear scrubs, sign your HIPAA release so they can talk to people. This is what you can do before either of you commit to a big decision. This is not something that just is for dentistry. I would use this for any of the positions in my professional life. It's a great opportunity for people to have a no risk just their time. Do I pay people for this? I know so you're asking, do you pay the associate? My answer to that is see what makes the most sense. My preference is there not to be a payment, because a payment starts a relationship. A payment starts a maybe there's going to be unemployment. It's in my experience, I never ask anyone to do what I would not do. So if I was an associate, I would be glad to come to my office for 4 to 6 hours without any pay before I committed to a big decision. We were going to hire a new team member at Dental Nachos or Dentist Job Connect. I would be glad to come and see what it's like to be around us. I'm like a friendly tornado. Maybe people love that. Maybe people, it's not their thing. We move fast. We do, we work 8:30 to 4:30. Maybe people want to work 12 hours a day. Have people come in, see what it feels like without any obligation. It's one of my best tips. I just got a message this morning of an associate, a WTF associate position, where the restrictive covenant was unreasonable. The person said the practice owner had made it so that they almost couldn't practice in any area they wanted to. I'm not saying the practice boot camp would have prevented everything, but when you're an associate and you walk in and you feel the energy and talk to everyone, you're going to get a sense of what it's like. If you're a practice owner, why is this valuable to you? The questions the associate asks. You may say things like, here, we do 60 minutes start to finish for a crown, prep, impression, and temporary. Does that fit in what you do? For a new dentist out of school, that likely doesn't. So just finding the right fit without judgment, finding the right fit without judgment is so key. Nacho team, if there's any questions along the way, please let me know. I'll be glad to answer them in mid Nacho Zoom TV show. So take a picture of that. It's a great part of our checklist for success. I also want to share that my way is just one way. I hope it helps you. You can take as much or as little as you want. This webinar currently is totally free at the time of recording. So I would say CCAF, you can't complain about free. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, you can discard it. But these are just things that I would do, things I do when hiring associates that are the right fit for our office. This is my awesome daughter. I like this book by Kristen Bell, The World Needs More Purple People. This podcast on parenting is for anyone, because if you're a dental practice owner, it's like being the parent of a practice child. If you're an associate, you're going to be in this mix with the practice parents. I call associates aunts and uncles, practice parent. The aunts and uncles, I'm an awesome aunt and uncle. I mean, I'm the aunt and uncle of awesome nieces and nephews, but they got big problems. I got my awesome sister to say, these are yours. I have mine over here. So when you're an aunt or uncle of the practice, you're there to keep the practice safe, but you don't have all the responsibilities as the practice owner. That's why associateships can be so valuable for learning what you want to do when you're a practice owner, and then sometimes what you don't want to do. So I highly recommend you take a screenshot of this, listen to this podcast with Jay Shetty and Kristen Bell. It's one of my favorites. So is this so number one checklist for success, create a practice boost camp for someone to come in to see how the office feels and runs before they make a big decision. Is the associate position a car or boat? A needs-based position. You're replacing someone who worked there. This happened in our practice when our associate went to become a periodontist. We had a full-time schedule. A wants-based position. I feel really busy. I'd like to hire my first associate. The practice owner may think they need 4 days, but they may only really need 2. So it's very critical for you to identify on both ends, is this associate position a car or boat? The best way to mitigate these challenges is something that I have done. I have hired over 10 dentists. Every single one of the dentists I've hired gets a guaranteed salary with bonus incentives. This is the best way to describe it. Someone on our Facebook group described it that way. Guaranteed salary with bonus incentives. Guaranteed salary with bonus incentives. How does this work? Let's just give you a simple example. If you're a dental student, a new dentist, an associate dentist, a practice owner, let's create the framework of a full-time position for my office. 4 days a week, 200 days a year. We're going to hire you, and no matter what, in those 200 days, we're going to pay you $120,000. $120,000 is a guaranteed salary. Now, our hope is that you make more. You're never going to make less than $120,000. Draw can often be asked for back. So please have your contracts reviewed by a dental focused attorney. Please have your contracts reviewed by a dental focused attorney. If you're a fan of The Simpsons, when Bart would write on the board in the beginning, write that in your mind over and over. There's been disasters, tens of thousands of dollars lost. People could not buy the practice they wanted to buy because they did not have their contract reviewed by a dental focused attorney. If you'd like to know the one that we work, just text dental focused attorney to 215-543-6454. Text dental focused attorney to 215-543-6454, and we'll connect you with the one that we work with. Him and his team is up. They are amazing dental focused attorneys. If you're a practice owner, don't offer a contract you print it out off the internet. Since when has printing on things off the internet really ever worked out awesome for our big decisions? Make sure they customize it. That's what I do for my associates. So I never offer a contract that I don't think is one that I wouldn't sign myself. But in this relationship, this is the one time where you're negotiating. It could be the guaranteed salary. It could be the restrictive covenant. So please get a dental focused attorney to work with you. Not the same one for both deals, one for one side, one for the other. So if you have any questions about that, my Nacho team can jump in and ask them. Next, for our checklist, be able to explain your ends, the morale, the money, and the mentorship of this position. What does that look like? How much money are you going to make? Where's the mentorship? Is it in person? Is it remote? New dentists are going through an extra tough time. When I was a new dentist, it was really tough. It's even tougher now for a variety of reasons. One of the main reasons, dental school is not delivering acceptable clinical training most of the time. It doesn't mean I know every dental school in the country. It doesn't mean that one dental school isn't letting people place implants, but due to the pandemic and due to changes, and what I think is due to taking too many dental students, they don't have enough reps, they don't have enough experience for those students to truly get the training they need. Highly recommend a GPR and AGD. We do not hire associates without a GPR or AGD. Doesn't mean everyone has to be that way for me, but I like, for you, but I want to make sure they get a great year of experience in a low pressure environment, getting to get out of their comfort zone, learning extractions, hopefully learning extraction bone grafts, learning things about implants, endo. It's an amazing year. I did a multi-year GPR, some of the best times of my life. And what's the morale like in the office, right? If you just hired a whole new team, tell the associate that. Say, hey, our whole team left because of COVID. We got new people over here. That's going to be a tough morale issue. Maybe it's going to be a good morale issue because say they were toxic. Just be super authentic in explaining these 3 M's with your associate to be, and associates ask questions about it. What do I think is a great system? Be a mentor that's not missing if you're a practice owner. Schedule a 40-minute Zoom session where you generally respond to the challenges your associate had this week. That 40 minutes a week, I believe, will have the amazing ROI. ROI in money, like most people think, but more importantly, ROI, relationships, opportunities, and impact. Schedule it just like an appointment with your patient, and you will not miss it. I think doing this one thing will have such an awesome impact on making your associate feel valued, making them feel secure, you learning where, hey, sometimes they're getting too far out of their comfort zone and we have to bring things back. Sometimes they're not getting enough out of their comfort zone. They definitely can test that out and you're there to support them. So I'll pause for a minute and just see if there's anything that anyone would like me to answer. My team can jump in and let me know. Okay, great. So we're going to do 2 more pieces to the checklist before we wrap up. So the procedures, what are you asking the associate to do? So when you apply for a job, these are the questions that are important. Where is the job? What procedures they want me to do? Why are they looking for an associate? How will I be paid? And are there fun things to do in the area? Because your life also matters. But when you're talking about the fundamental chips, crowns, fillings, night guards, these are the things that most new associates are trained in. So if you expect your associate to do all the endo you don't want to do, there's a reason why you don't want to do it. There's a reason why you have specialists. So there can be salsa, guac, and spicy jalapeno topics, cosmetic dentistry, learning to place implants, endo. But if the position has too many toppings and not enough fundamental chips, it's a problem. So I'll say that again on the checklist for success. If the job has too many toppings and not enough chips, it's a problem. The chips are crowns, fillings, straightforward extractions, night guards. Those are the fundamental chips. Spicy toppings could be molar root canal, placing implants, clear aligners, cosmetic dentistry. Whether you're an associate looking for a job or practice owner looking to hire an associate, if you have too many toppings without enough chips, it's going to be a problem, because to develop relationships with patients in the practice, you need to start with fundamental toppings most of the time. Doesn't mean you can never do spicy toppings. Doesn't matter if you can have extra guac. You just want to make sure it's a well-balanced nacho plate. So the last part of the checklist that we'll go over is a nod to my favorite play that I just saw this weekend with my awesome family, What Comes Next? The King from Hamilton. So there's a great song, What Comes Next, after the Americans win the Revolutionary War. So great relationships are built on shared understanding, goals, and the ability to have tough conversations with the foundation of respect. So what you are looking for? Remember when you were an associate, if you were hired, you say, well, am I going to get to buy in? Maybe you do, or you don't want to. Is there an opportunity for us to buy their practices? So focus on an amazing first year. Spend 75% of your time saying, hey, let's connect for a year. Let's collaborate for a year. Let's see how we both like it. And then we can decide on the next step. But in my treatment plan for my practice, I might buy another practice. I might buy a practice close to where I live, and maybe we could collaborate on that practice. That represents an opportunity for you if you're interested in it. But there's going to be just as many associates turned off by ownership as ones that want to do it. So don't think that you have to offer a buy-in immediately. It's sometimes super dramatic. So talk about your first year, medium range, years 2 to 5, and 5+. And I am happy to work with awesome associates for as long as it fits for both of us. If it's 2 years, great. 8 years, great. 4 years, great. Dennis, I just want to share something. Dial down all your drama. We're at Dentist Job Connect. Sometimes people say, find me somebody who wants to buy into my practice, or don't bring me anyone. I go, that's not even a thing. You must go on, if we use just the romantic relationships, a few dates, more dates, figure out what you guys like. Figure if you're compatible, both professionally and personally. Professionally and personally. Having a partner in dentistry is an incredibly serious decision. So share with them, share with your associate. Here's the first year, focus on a great first year, medium range, long-term, but there may be shifts in strategy. That's what I call, instead I call changes. I just walked out of this thing and said to my Nacho team, we're gonna make a lot of changes for the rest of the day. People would not like that. Instead of changes, say shifts in strategy. It's just a different energy like that. So this brings us to the end of the checklist for this segment. I'm going to bring up one more thing here for you guys, in case you missed in the beginning. So if you would like the full checklist texted to you, we'll do that to everyone in our text community, both now and in the future. When you're watching this on demand, just text WTF to 215-543-6454. If you're watching this webinar, you're thinking, I need a job one day. I need an associate one day. It could be now, it could be in the future. Watch this short video, text in so we can help you. Finding a job, we help people for free often. Connect with our community. There's resources. We've created an amazing, affordable option for anyone to help with one of your biggest life decisions, finding your first job and hiring your first associate. If I can help you in any way, you can get me through this text community, text WTF to 215-543-6454, or just check our website, dentalnachos.com. Thanks so much for watching in, guys. Are you ready to hire an associate to share the joy of full contact arts and craft in your dental office? My name is Dr. Paul Goodman. I'm the founder of Dentist Job Connect and also the founder of Dental Nachos. We have created the Hire Associate Package just for you. This is an amazing and affordable opportunity to get attention on your associate position. It's perfect for people hiring their first associate and also their 10th associate. The way it works, it's a 90-day program, which gives you an awesome opportunity to success. We share your position through all of our platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, our email list, our text list, all to find you an associate to help you survive and thrive. Do those hygiene checks, someone that you can mentor, and simply have more fun in your dental office. To learn more about this program, just text HIRE to 215-543-6454. Text HIRE to 215-543-6454, or email jobconnect@dentalnachos.com. A member of our friendly Dentist Job Connect team will run you through the whole program, how it works, and how you can get started.